Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Magic Farm. How are you doing, Fad?
I'm good, Kara. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I made
Fantastic.
you. I made you some more toys.
Some more toys. Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
I made you some armor.
Wow. So this is chain chest plate, chain leggings.
Yeah, some
Ah,
chainmail armor. That's
excellent.
it's it's light because the weight is gonna influence you as well. It's gonna influence your hunger.
Ah, okay. So is this a set just for me, or is this a shared set that we're both going to use,
I'm
or?
I'm gonna make myself a set as well. I'm gonna do that on camera. I made that one off camera,
Oh,
and I made you the grinder.
what's that?
Just right click it with your sword
Mm-hmm.
and it's gonna sharpen your sword. You gotta use the iron one that I made for you.
Ah, okay. And does that mean that it goes up in its damage, or goes up in it repairs
It's
it, or?
it's gonna like give the sword the sharpness and
Ah,
I believe knockback effect, but I'm not sure. You don't wanna mass click it because if you go over, I don't know which it is, over 20 or 30, it's gonna damage your sword.
okay. I've got it sharpened 8 now.
Yeah,
I'll
you
just go
can.
to 10.
Yeah, I went to 18. That's why the Skelly Bubble that visited us earlier just took a little hit from the sword to die off.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm gonna. I've got a number of stone swords to kind of blast through first. So
Good.
we'll do that. I did some baking, and so we have 11 raspberry pies. We have 10 pumpkin pies. So we've got plenty of good, nourishing meals and light meals available to us.
Yeah.
Um, I, of course, did discover very shortly after finishing last episode that by putting the the iron bucket into the crafting grid, I'd get four wooden buckets of water. So that made things a little bit more efficient.
Yeah, it works the same with the milk.
And it looks like we've got some coconuts ready for harvest.
Yay! Have you found out what you can do with the coconuts?
Um, we can do coconut shrimp, believe it or not. So,
Shrimp.
I'm not quite sure that we have the right ingredients for that yet. So I'm
Does it require shrimps? Actual shrimps?
I think it's just kind of fish, raw fish, and then you have to cut
Ah,
them in a
okay.
particular way. Because yeah, just because reasons. So so yeah.
That's good. I managed to get enough wood to make us one fish net, wool, I
Ooh,
mean. So
okay,
we can actually start getting some fish as well.
excellent. Well, I think um, we've not got a great deal of space here, have we, at the moment? So I don't know if we're going to be in a position because we've cleared that nice area for us to start building our home, our permanent home.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering if we've actually got the opportunity to start influencing that and partaking, as it were. So I'm going to kind of put that there.
Yeah, we should be able to start building the house. Well, at least a bit of it, because
Yeah.
I don't think we can finish that in 30 minutes.
Can we not?
Well, maybe if we speed up the episode.
Yeah, I don't think speeding up's going to help.
No.
So, hello, sheeps. So I think.
Jeeps. I set up the fish net in the water here.
All right.
If you right click it, you can see if there's any fish in. It should
Okay.
work in here as well, because I think Minecraft, well, it spawns fish in each and every water, so
Well, I mean, you would do in real life as well. You just get different fish in freshwater that would be inland than you would in the
yeah, yeah.
seawater. So,
Well, you can just leave it there, and it stacks, so it should be fine.
okay, much like our wonderful kind of
Apple
automated
farm.
apple farm now.
Yeah.
So I did come out and find one apple on the countertop.
I pulled 2 off earlier, but
There's
it's
only
okay.
I've only just recently emptied it, so
Yeah, I noticed.
so that's good. So we kind of well set up for food. Wow, 47 apples. We're going to need a barrel for them soon. And of course, you've got the kind of iron production well sorted. In order to
Yeah,
understand how that works, I'm going to have to watch your episodes. Not that I'm not going to anyway.
it's not that difficult. It just requires a lot of coal.
Okay, so
Because we had, I believe, 5.5 stacks of coal, and we burned to like maybe 2 stacks already now.
okay, I'm just going to go and water the garden some more because, oopsie.
I love this tree, the coconut tree. It looks so cool.
Yes, it is pretty cool. So
Yeah, we were pretty lucky that we got such a it's a pretty tree. So
I think we've also been quite lucky. It's a good seed of the world. So
yeah,
I
which
know
is
I tend to kind of scout them out in advance. So I do one in a single player and then just make sure that we've got a reasonably good seed, and then we use that seed for when we come in for this. But
yeah, I think all Minecraft players do that.
I mean, it's particularly important when you're doing something like we're doing here, where you're putting stuff up on YouTube, and yeah, just going into something random without any research is just a little bit silly. Not that people don't do silly things, because
Yeah, like eating strawberries that somebody wanted to make pie of.
I don't know anyone that would do that.
No, that would be silly.
It would just be absolutely insane, is what it would be. But there we go. Fortunately, I'm sure that people that you know that would do things like that have got good friends that are easily forgiving and very
Yeah.
easygoing.
Luckily for me, they are very forgiving.
Ah. At the end of the day, it's called a co-op for a reason, because we're working together. So
That is true. If we were working against each other, it would be PvP.
exactly, and that's that. Yeah,
That's a different story.
it is entirely a different story.
So if you ever by accident make too much hot iron or hot bronze or stuff like that, you can just put it in your crafting grid and it's gonna revert to the previous stage.
Someone's squeaking. Who is it? It must be Kestra. Poor girl.
Could be that she misses you because you lead her off the chest before you go out. But she immediately, when you go out, she immediately goes back onto the chest.
Bless her heart. She wants to follow, doesn't she?
Yeah, which is funny because my dog, no, he doesn't do that.
Well,
Think he doesn't like me.
I think he likes you. Oh,
And your dog is so hungry.
she shouldn't be that hungry. You're not supposed to be begging, Kestra, you nutty girl.
It is so funny to watch.
I can soon stop that, because if I put her on to kind of stay, she
It's-
shouldn't move. She should
It's
only.
okay.
She'll
It's
only
coming from one big pile of food, so it doesn't matter.
as long as they're both happy and healthy.
That is true. And it's dark again. You want to sleep?
Yes, please. We seem to be doing that quite regularly. So,
Well, I don't mind the fight, but in this mod pack, it's better to avoid.
oh yes. So I can stick stone there, cobble there, and cobble there. Excellent. So that's cleared my inventory out a little bit. So, do we need both of us to kind of come out to the going to bring some birch, because I'm guessing that's what we're going to be building out of, or are we going to be building out something different?
We are gonna use what's available at the moment.
Well, we've
Just
got...
want to see if I can make another fisher real quick. Fish net.
Okay, well, I'm going to grab some...
I taken the cobblestone bricks with me already.
Ah, so you're going to use those. You don't want normal cobblestone.
I'm not a really big fan of using normal cobblestone in builds. I don't like it. I tried different texture packs, but I'm not a fan of it.
Okay, that's fine. I've got a couple of stacks of birch logs, and I've brought out a supervisor.
Derp. One wool short.
So, do we have a rough idea of the kind of level of size we want to do for this house?
Well, it's gonna be our house, so you're king fat, so it should be worthy of a king.
Okay. So I'm guessing probably the cobblestone would be maybe certainly the foundations and the ground floor. Maybe the wood would be the higher levels.
Yeah, that's possible. The flooring could be made out of wood.
Yes, that too. We've already got 64 birch planks here, so I'm start laying those out for a floor. I'm not quite sure in what pattern you would want them. We're gonna walk up into it and have a slightly raised floor.
Yeah.
Excellent. So I'm just gonna start. I'm just gonna. Is it that one? No, it's not that one. It's that one. I'm gonna start just to make sure that we're all in one kind of chunk, as it were. Because if we would kind of make it one, I've been making some of my stuff one chunk large. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes perfectly sense. I work with Hitman a lot, and he does the same.
It just means that obviously everything's all in that one chunk, so if you need to have stuff loaded and you know you're in one chunk rather than 3 or 4.
Yeah, and of course you can build the walls on just outside the chunk, because as long as you make sure that everything is inside, you're gonna keep that one chunk loaded.
Exactly.
So shall I lay a foundation of cobblestone bricks around it?
That sounds good. I'm just doing craziness here now. Kestra's wondering what the heck I'm up to. She's kind of, what are you doing? What are these red lines?
Well, at least by now you have figured out what they are and that you can turn them off.
Yeah, they're off. So I can now do some more.
Because I still remember season 1 of your survival series.
Yes,
The
yes.
chunk borders, they drove you insane.
What's going on? Well, of course, I didn't realise at that point that, of course, I'm pressing F9 for Fraps to record, and that's the same button that they've used for the mod pack to actually turn on the chunk overlay, which, yeah, wasn't always the most convenient choice. In fact, let's turn you on to. Let's get you up here. Up here. Come on. Come on. That's it. Good girl. Now stay. Certainly makes it more interesting having the dog to talk to.
But I'm not good enough anymore. Should I leave?
Well, only if you insist. Of course you're good enough. You know better than I what's going on most of the time.
Well, sometimes.
So I don't know kind of what level of height you want to go to for each floor, but I know obviously it only needs to be 2 levels high, but I tend to go 4 usually myself. But
Yeah, I like high ceilings as well, so we should be good in that.
yeah, that works. And obviously we'll build nice staircases in so that we don't starve ourselves trying to get around the house, because that just wouldn't be clever. So this is kind of the stuff that you guys normally see that Das and Dare do in a live stream, and all of a sudden they're just zipping around it and then it's built. This is what reality looks like.
Yeah.
It's not anywhere nearly as quick.
This is doing it in survival.
Oh yeah. Well, it's not so much a question of that. I mean, the Prairie Town build that Das and I were doing, we were survival for that. But
yeah, but you had jetpacks.
yes, we did have jetpacks.
Could you fill this gap in, please?
Yes, of course.
Thought we do a double door.
Yep, works for me. I like it. Well, that's the foundations of a house, definitely.
That is true.
So,
Oh, derp. I wanted to. I'm gonna do something real quick because I promised you to set up the bees so we could get some more colors of flowers.
yeah. I'm just
And
going to...
that's what I'm gonna do now.
So the hallway is going to be a 2 wide thing. And I am going to kind of micro block these, but the kitchen's going to be the first door.
Microblock?
Assuming we can micro block in this.
No. Microblock is red power, and red power is presumably gone from all future mod packs.
Okay. Well, then I won't be micro blocking. Das will be unimpressed, but oh well.
Well, I seen you got your guys' video about moving on to a different mod pack. That mod pack is not gonna have microblocks as well, so
well,
Das will have to learn.
right. So now we've got a kitchen area assigned.
Good.
I'm going to put another. I'm going to put 2 doors in it because I'm guessing kind of the dining room would be behind the thing. Just to kind of give us an idea, I'm just putting little 1 high walls up so that we can start to do that. So I can then start to think about putting the walls a little bit higher.
So everybody that thought he can't set up his bees because he doesn't have a squeezer to make the what's it called, the
Apiary?
seed oil and stuff like that. Well, you're wrong. I can.
Is that a kind of a no moment?
A little.
So yeah, so there you go. You heard it first here. Although I'm sure you've heard that more than once. Right, so this is going to be the kitchen here, and dining room in the back here. So I'm going to start to try and set up chests and the shelves and stuff so that we can have the kitchen moved. Then I can start getting used to baking in our new home, but I'm thinking it's going to be, yeah, we're going to want a crafting table, and
So there we go. 5 bee houses.
excellent. Well done, sir.
Thank you.
I don't know why.
And it's getting dark, so
Yeah, let's bring Kestra in because she's still out of the house. Don't particularly want to leave her out there on her own overnight. Come on then. Good cow. So one thing is always something else to remember, isn't there?
Yeah.
There she is. I just love how she activates the thing as well and comes in and, yep, door closes behind her.
I wish I could do something for my dog like that.
What's that? What, actually get him to follow you?
No, yeah, that too. Because, well, she listens when she wants to.
Ah, yes. Oh yeah, you mean your in real life dog
Yeah,
as opposed to Mjolnir?
my real life dog.
Yes. So I've got that. Got enough birchwood to make some chests. Have we got some iron? Have we got a couple of iron going to make a barrel or so?
No, but I think there's some iron in the forge. No, in the bloom.
In the bloom. Ah, yes, there is. I only need... I'm going to take 4 and make 2 barrels, I think.
Yeah, that's why I fired it up.
Ooh.
It was meant to make barrels.
Oh dear, what's going on? Oh no, I thought I'd crashed there, but I just lagged.
Yeah, I've been having some weird lag spikes today as well. But
Yeah.
oh,
I just find it odd because I'm hosting the game, so lag for me is usually kind of, oh, have I crashed?
yeah.
So, oh, you've got your bees over here. Buzz, buzz, buzz.
Yep.
Busy,
Well,
busy bees.
they are going to be moved, but I wanted to keep them close for now.
Yeah, that makes sense. So what are we going to put in the corner here? So we don't want anything there, particularly. So let's have the cooker. I want the cooker there. So the cooker under a window there, and then another window over this side with the kind of sink there kind of thing. I'm already designing the kitchen, so just
be my guest.
Just saying.
Oh, derp.
What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, we need a crafting table. Why do I have 2 crafting tables in my inventory? That's odd.
Because you can.
That'll do. Yes, precisely because I can.
Yeah, I jumped up to start building up here, but I totally forgot my building blocks.
That doesn't help.
Not really. Falling off doesn't help as well.
So I've heard. So, blah, blah, blah. So I believe barrels have a different recipe, because that's why we need the iron. So if I want a barrel, it's that. So we should be able to yoop and yoop, and there we go.
So do you want a big window in the kitchen or a small one?
There's kind of probably a 3 wide window each side, and at the moment I'm suffering a tremendous lag spike again. Come on, computer, catch up with me. There we go. So yeah, thinking probably a 3 wide here, because that makes sense mathematically. And then, does it make sense mathematically here as well? 1, 2, 3.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Then it might be a 4 wide one this side.
Yes. Yes.
It just needs to be, yeah, it needs to be mathematically sensible.
Yeah, when you look at it now, it's 4 wide there, and it's symmetrical.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm happy with that. I might just have to move things around here and kind of make another furnace and make it symmetrical.
What you should do is look at some vanilla builders, because they do like really crazy stuff with the vanilla blocks.
Okay. So we're going to put apples in that. I'm going to hesitate making a second barrel for now. Actually, no, I'm not, because the second barrel will just go on top of the first one. Because that would just make sense. No, I said barrel, not one of those. One of those. And it didn't lag me out that time I built it. Shall I make the doors as well while we're here?
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm gonna run in and get some sand so we can fire up some glass.
Excellent. So. We have doors, we have nothing really kind of going on and with them, but we have doors. So.
I need to get some food as well.
Yeah, there's pie. I'm still doing quite well on the food front. But I am going to come and get the apples. Liberate the apples. Because we now have more than a stack of apples.
Yay.
So I'm guessing probably bedrooms will be on the upper floor, because that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Because I mean, traditionally houses would have kind of everything downstairs, so your kitchen, your living area, and then you go upstairs to bed. Yeah, we have a barrel for our apples. I'm gonna try and make the other barrel wheat for the time being. And when we've got enough, I'd like to start upgrading the chests to iron chests as well.
That is possible.
Cool.
I think we still have a stack of iron, and if we could find some gold as well, we could eventually make a pulverizer with so we can double our ores.
That would be good.
We could just use a clockwork engine to fire up the pulverizer. It's a bit more manual labor, but
Yeah,
if we didn't like that, we shouldn't be playing Magic Farm.
I don't mind manual labor. Heck, I've played Agricultural Simulator Historical Farming. That was about as manual as you get. So, right, let's bring over the utensils. Do we have another axe somewhere? Did I just push Mjolnir into the chest? Bless its heart.
No, that was me. He's derping out a bit. I'm gonna free him in a couple of minutes.
Okay. Let's get an axe again. Axe wielding mass murderer on the loose. Not a stone pick. Why did I make a stone pick when I wanted an axe? Can anyone answer me? Probably not. Because there is no rhyme or reason.
Well, probably one guy that said, because you're a derp.
Yeah. There we go. Doo-loo-loo. There we go. We've got
Did you want
shelves.
a second furnace in the kitchen?
Yes, I'm gonna come back and make that. I'm gonna grab some cobble.
No, never mind.
You done it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just like things symmetrical. Which means there's going to be more shelves, but then again, we already know that because there's going to be more implements and utensils and stuff.
Yeah. And it's gonna look cool, like a wall with shelves with all the different cooking appliances in it.
Yep. I wonder how they'll wrap around in that corner when we put shelves together.
I don't know if that's possible.
One way to find out. No, we don't want that. And then the saucepan. So it's a nice little kitchen.
It is. You want to keep these walls with birch, or do you want to replace them later on with something else? Maybe some mixed textures?
Yeah, I think possibly when we get going. At the moment, obviously, birch is what we've got available, but when we get going,
Yeah.
the walls will probably change.
Yeah, I'm thinking of breaking the outside walls with a different texture as well. Maybe some smooth stone.
Yeah. So, I think it's time for bed and time for us to say goodnight to everybody. So,
Good night, everybody.
good night, everybody.
Catch you later.
Take care, folks.